أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم وصلى الله على محمد وآله الطاهرين اللهم صل على محمد وآل محمد وعجل فرجهم. Assalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. May Allah accept your fastings, your ta'at, your ibadat, your worships, and all your good deeds. If you remember a few days ago or a few weeks ago, we started to talk about Zakat al-Fitr. As we are approaching the end of Ramadan, today is the 24th, within probably 5 to 6 days, inshallah, we have Eid. We need to speak about Zakat al-Fitr a little bit more as we're receiving questions. First of all, a lot of our brothers and sisters are asking and calling or texting about the amount of Zakat al-Fitr, how much it is. The minimum amount is $10. And it could be a little bit more, between $12 to $15. And one, if he can afford to pay more, is better according to the ayah of the Holy Quran. The Council of the Scholars in North America, inshallah, will determine the final answer. But at this moment, we know that it is at least a minimum of $10. The second issue about the Zakat al-Fitr is that we cannot pay it before Ramadan or during Ramadan. We have to wait until it's the night of Eid, when Eid is announced that night after Salatul Maghrib of the last day of the month of Ramadan. Then paying Zakat al-Fitr becomes mandatory, and one should pay it at that time until we have time until the next day, which is Salatul Eid, or before Salatul Eid or after Salatul Eid. Immediately it needs to be paid, or one has to set it aside. The third thing, if you remember, we talked about was that one can pay the Zakat al-Fitr himself directly to the poor. He doesn't have to give it to an organization or to a masjid. But if one does not know who a real faqir, or poor or needy is, or that he doesn't know how to really distribute it and make sure that the money is spent towards food, then he should give it to an organization or to a masjid that they know what they're doing. So, and if you remember, another point was that one can give the Zakat al-Fitr to his immediate family members, to his friends, to his neighbors, to the people that he knows. There are certain exceptions today that we would like to talk about, that you cannot give the Zakat al-Fitr to your parents. If your parents are needy, if they're poor, if they meet that definition of the poor, if you remember, we say that the definition of the poor is a person who is jobless for a year at least, for 1 year. He has lost his job or doesn't have a job for 1 year, and he does not have the expense of himself and his family for 1 year. That person is considered a poor or a needy, so that we can give our Zakat al-Fitr too. So it is highly recommended, and it's better to give it to relatives, to people that we know, to our neighbors, so we can send it overseas to those people that we know, and it's better. The only exceptions that we cannot give it to is to parents who are poor, to our children that they're poor, and their children. So our grandchildren, our children, if they're poor, we cannot give our Zakat al-Fitr to them. The third one group and category that we cannot give the Zakat al-Fitr to is a person who is a corrupt person, that he explicitly, clearly, in front of everybody commits sin. The person is called fasiq, so we cannot give it to that kind of a person. Another category and group that we cannot give the Zakat al-Fitr to is to a Sayyid, to the descendants of the Holy Prophet. So, if I am not a Sayyid, my Zakat al-Fitr cannot go to a Sayyid. If I am a Sayyid, my Zakat al-Fitr can only go to a Sayyid. So a Sayyid's Zakat al-Fitr goes to a Sayyid, a non-Sayyid's Zakat al-Fitr goes to a non-Sayyid. That's another category that we have to keep in mind. And another one that we cannot give our Zakat al-Fitr to is a person who is not poor, who is not needy, who doesn't meet this definition of the poor that we just said. A person who is jobless for a year, who doesn't have his expense and his family's expense for 1 year. And the last people that we cannot give the Zakat al-Fitr to is to a person that he is a disobedient person. He doesn't obey Allah's rule. He doesn't pray, he doesn't fast, things like that. Remember, we say that fasiq is a corrupt person. A person is a corrupt who is really committing haram stuff. For instance, he, in front of everybody, he drinks alcohol, he doesn't care, and some other major sins that people commit, and they're not really afraid of doing it in front of people. They don't worry about their reputation. Those are called fasiq. They are corrupt people. But there are people that they are just disobedient. They don't pray, they don't fast, they don't listen to Allah subhanahu. They don't commit the major sins, but they're still disobedient people. So this is another category that we should not give the zakat al-fitriyah to. This was about the zakat al-fitriyah. Inshallah, we will be speaking every day tomorrow, as of tomorrow, more about zakat al-fitriyah. And I encourage you, brothers and sisters, to email your questions if you have any. Go on our website at nabiakramcenter.org. Send us your questions. You can text us on the phone number that we have on the website as well. May Allah bless you. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to bless you more and to accept your prayers. خب مواردی که نمیشه فدیه را به این افراد داد. ما عرض شد که چون داریم میرسیم به پایان آخر ماه مبارک رمضان، متاسفانه واقعا جای غم تو دلهای ما مینشینه. این ایام خوب رو از دست میدیم، ولی به هر حال چون امروز 24 ماه مبارک رمضان هست، ممکنه تا 5 روز دیگه و تا 6 روز دیگه انشالله عید باشه. بیشتر سوال راجع به زکات فدیه پیش می آید و افراد و دوستان و مؤمنین سوال دارن راجع به این مسئله. اولا گفتن که زکات فدیه چند است. عرض شد که حداقل زکات فدیه $10 هست و ممکن است تا $12 تا $15 هم باشه و ما منتظر اون شورای علمای آمریکای شمالی هستیم که انشالله جواب آخر به ما بدهند. ولی فعلا تا اونجایی که میدانیم $10 و هر کسی بیشتر از $10 زکات فدیه رو پرداخت بکنه بهتر است. طبق آیه شریفه قرآن هر کسی توانست $10 بیشتر هم تونست که بهتر. و عرض شد که زکات فدیه رو شما میتوانید به افراد خانواده، به دوستان نزدیک، به همسایه ها، به کسانی که خارج از کشور میشناسید فقیر هستن، به اونا خودتون برسونید. لازم نیست به مسجد یا به سازمان و ارگانایزیشن بدید. اما اگر که کسی نمیدانه که واقعا فقیر کیست و این پول باید در راستای مواد غذایی باید مصرف بشه، اگر این کارو نمیتواند بکند و مطمئن نیست، باید این رو به دست کسی برساند که این کارو درست برایش انجام بده، مثل مسجد، مثل سازمان هایی که این کارها رو انجام میدن. یه نکته دیگه هم که هفته پیش یا چند هفته قبل صحبت شد، گفتیم که زکات فدیه رو نمیتونیم تا قبل از عید بدیم، نمیتونیم قبل از ماه مبارک رمضان بدیم، نمیتونیم حتی وسط ماه مبارک رمضان بدیم. باید زکات فدیه رو از شب عید، از زمانی که اعلام میشه که فردا عید هست تا فردای آن روز که نماز عید برگزار میشه یا قبل نماز، انشالله اون موقع باید بدن. افراد نمیتونن از حالا زکات فدیه رو بدهن. و یک مسئله دیگه هم که مطرح شد این بود که زکات فدیه رو گفتیم که بهتر است حالا اگر کسی مثلا افراد رو میشناسه از خانواده خودش، از همسایگان خودش، از دوستان خودش، اینا به اینها باید خودش بدهد. خب الان امروز ما میخوایم اینو بگیم که یک سری هستن که ما نمیتونیم زکات فدیه رو به اینها بدهیم. یک، پدر و مادر فقیر. اگه ما پدر و مادر داریم که فقیر هستن، ما نمیتونیم زکات فدیه رو به اونها بدیم. فقیرم تعریفش رو گفتیم. فقیر کسی است که خرج یک سال خود رو نداره و شغل نداره، حداقل 1 سال بیکار هست، نه این کسی که 1 ماه بیکار است و خرج 1 ماه خودش رو نداره. تعریف آدم فقیر کسی است که 1 سال بیکار هست، کار نداره و 1 سال هم خرج خود و خانواده خود رو نداره. پس اگر ما پدر و مادر فقیر داریم، ما نمیتوانیم زکات فدیه خود را به پدر و مادر فقیر بدهیم. 2، ما نمیتوانیم زکات فدیه خود را به فرزند و به فرزندان فرزند خودمون بدیم، به نوه، به نواسه که میگیم، به اینا نمیتونیم بدیم. 3، به آدم متجاهر به فسق، کسی که آدم فاسقی است، کسی که علنا بیرون جلوی مردم گناه میکنه، گناهان کبیره هم انجام میده، مثلا دور از جان مثلا مشروب خوره و اصلا نیاز نگران به آبروی خودش و اینها نیست، به این آدم فاسق است و به این آدم نباید آدم زکات فدیه خودش رو بده. 4، غیر سید به سید. مثلا بنده اگر سید نیستم، من زکات فدیه خودم را نمیتوانم به سید بدم و همینطور اگر من سید هستم، زکات فدیه خودم را نمیتوانم به غیر سید بدم. باید زکات فدیه سید به سید و از غیر سید به غیر سید باید برسد. و آخرین مورد این هست که کسی که فدیه را در جهت معصیت مصرف میکند نمیتونیم به اون بدیم. مثلا کسی زکات فدیه را بدی و این آدم زکات فدیه رو در راه گناه مصرف بکنه، میدونید مثلا غذا نمیخره ولی به جاش غذا میخره، شاید مثلا غذای حرام بخره، بره مثلا مکدونالد مثلا گوشت حرام بخوره، این خب در راه حرام این پول رو مصرف میکنه، نباید این آدم این زکات فدیه خودش رو بدهد. Allow me to say something in English. I forgot to mention that we cannot give our zakat al-fidya to a person who uses this zakat al-fidya towards committing sin. For example, we say that the money should be spent towards buying food. So if a person takes your zakat al-fidya and he's going to buy haram food with it, and if we're sure about that, we cannot give our zakat al-fitr to that person. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, inshallah, to fulfill the needs of all the needy. Allahumma aghni kulla faqir. Wa sallallahu ala Muhammadin wa alihi tahirin. Wassalamu alaikum jami'an wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.